Morning.
Morning.
What time is it? It's 9 o'clock in the morning, AM. And it is the 13th of September today, on a glorious, glorious morning here in Middle Berkshire. And with me today, I've got Gary and we've got Steve. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Malcolm.
How you doing, buddy?
Been better.
Been better, yeah. So, do you want to tell everyone what you've got?
I've got man flu. Yes.
That's the very best of flus, though.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, for very sorry. Yeah, good idea, Steve. Just take precautions. Good idea. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. If you feel poorly, you're done. You just head off, buddy. All right.
No problem, Malcolm.
And curl up in your bed and take some Lemsip or Calpol, whatever it is you need.
Yeah.
Right. And we got Steve down there. Hey, Steve.
Hi.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, I'm still healthy.
Good.
So far, so good.
Excellent. Good to see you. So in the chat already, we've got Lewis, model making trucker. Yeah, am I the first here? He wants to know. Yes, he was. He was the first in before we even went live. Well done. Good morning. How are you? We've got a few things to go through today. We're going to have a look at the work from the Models Mess and go through some of the projects and models that the beneficiaries, volunteers, and friends of the charity have produced this week. So we're going to go through that. And we'll have a look at Gary's bought a massive bath. So we're going to have a look at that. And then we're going to have the inaugural or the first look at your digger, Steve.
My digger, yes.
Excavator, isn't it? That's the proper term.
For those that haven't seen it before.
Oh, blimey.
That's it.
Yeah.
Manual opening of the box at some stage.
It's going to be battle of the big kits today, I think.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right, so we'll go through the well, I was going to say we'll go through the comments, but we haven't got many. We've got Lewis saying, "My deepest sympathies, Gary. I know how that feels, and it's not nice."
No, I did, Lewis.
Yeah, I'll just give him a bit of sympathy this morning, and that's it. Not too much. Just the right amount of dosage. Don't make him laugh because he'll cough a lung up.
Yeah.
Right, and then I'm going to be carrying on with this thing here, which is the Western House. Western House? No, the general store I did a little bit of work on it, and we can go through that a little bit. And that's it, really. That's what we're going to do. Have you got some work to get on with, Gary?
Yeah, I do. I have one of these to get ready for Friday.
Okay.
Only for that there, I'll be doing my cow by build off today, but
Yeah.
I have to sort of get this ready for Friday.
Yeah.
They don't give you enough time to get these things done.
It's nice to be wanted, though, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's what I'll be cracking on with today anyway.
All right, brilliant. Just before I go to you, Gary, then, and have a look at your huge boat
Yeah.
and your purchase, I just want to go through the charity auction that's on the 30th of October. We are going to do some auctioning off of model kits that have been donated directly to the charity to be sold off to make money for us and our work. We've got 25 kits so far to auction off. So if you have any model kits unstarted or anything that's relevant to model making that you would like to donate, please send it to Models for Heroes. Our address is on our main website, and that would be great. We could then auction them off and make some funds and sort of mitigate the loss of money that we've had over the summer with no model shows and things. So that would be wonderful. And obviously, come along to the charity auction. So it'll be actually online on YouTube, and we have a great time. We've raised lots of money in the last 2 years. This is the third year. So come and watch it on the YouTube channel for International Scale Modeler. Right, Gary.
Yes.
Are you ready, Freddie?
Oh, yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
For starters, I'm going to need a bigger desk.
Oh, that. Yeah.
That's it there.
Yeah.
It'll just fit on my fireplace and no more. I've already measured it. I've already measured.
It's a lovely box as well, isn't it?
Yeah, until you get inside it.
Yeah.
It is a massive. Didn't think she realised it was as big as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
it's made by Tomayo, so it should be a nice kit to work with.
Yeah. Have you already put those two halves together already?
No, that's the way it came.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So you've all these wee sub-assembly parts, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to think of getting maybe a wee bit of PE for it. Or should I just build it out of the box?
Depends how many years you want to be working on it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You see, there's some people saying, yeah, when it's that size, you know, we may as well go to that extra wee bit and get a wee bit of PE for it. So I might later on look for a wee bit of PE for it.
Okay, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, and also got this as well.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I got them on Friday along with a few other bits and pieces.
Brilliant.
I got spoiled, but then I did say I was a good boy this month. Makes a change for me.
And then you got a cold to pay for it.
Yeah, I am. I'm paying for it.
Damn it. Well, I hope you get better very soon.
It's just a man flu dose.
Yeah, well, man flu hurts.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Hurts.
It does. It does.
That's why they call it man flu.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not poorly all year, and then all of a sudden you get hit by this massive wave, and it's difficult for men sometimes to fight the thing. But yeah. You have our sympathies, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully it'll go in the next couple of days.
Yeah, it'll relax, I'm sure.
It will. But I'm going to be doing that wee tractor today.
Yeah.
For Friday. Hopefully I get it done. Sort of have to work on it now until a birthday surprise on Friday.
Ooh. Well, I hope you I'll let you get on with it then.
No problem, Malcolm.
Steph says good morning. Good morning, Steph. He says you can bath in that.
You could.
You could buy two and use them as skis.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Kevin Stevens is in. Good morning, gentlemen, and Lewis. Hello, Kevin. And Model Making Trucker returns and says, "Good morning, Kevin." That's good. Lewis says, "Get some PE, Gary." He recommends it.
Yeah, I think everybody does. Get a wee bit of PE for it.
Yeah, definitely. Brilliant. Steve, are you ready and present, or is I don't think he's there. I think he's on mute. No, he's on. He's not.
You just unmute. Yeah, I was just chatting away there and wondering why everyone was ignoring me. I do actually have the ongoing Battle of Britain build project. Progress in the last day or so has been the base, which is now plastered. But I think that still needs another day to go off completely before I start putting paint and grass on it.
It's still a bit moist.
Yeah, you can still see it's sort of, this region here has gone the right colour, but all this bit is still looks a bit damp. So I'll give that another day. In the meantime, I can put the propeller on the Hurricane. A bit more detail on the fire engine. Started to do its ladders and some hoses. Fire extinguishers, I finished painting those.
Yep.
And for some light relief, I'll frighten myself with this excavator, which is sort of
So, are you going to open it up? That's what I want to know.
Yes. Do you want to open it up now, or?
Yeah, come on, let's have a look.
Okay.
Let's be Avenue.
Let's see if I can get the camera better positioned.
Oh, do you need to do a setup first?
Yeah, if you talk amongst yourselves for a minute, while I turn my cameras around,
We could do that. Yeah, we could. Well, I'll show what I've been up to. Shall I?
Yeah.
Go through the comments and stuff. Okay. Let's do this, and let's do that, and go through some of the comments quickly. And we've got that is Facebook user is Peter Watkins. Hi all. Hi Peter. Good to see you. Model Maker Dave's workshop. Hello everyone. Hey Dave. Hey mate. Dave's going to be online today, I think, with Festa 67 at 12 o'clock or 12:30, I think. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. Miranda, good morning all. Feel better soon, Gary, she says.
Oh, thank you, Miranda.
There you go. See a bit of sympathy?
Yeah.
And Jacqueline Stevens. Hi, Lewis and Dave, she says. There you go. Brilliant. Right, so what I'm going to be doing is carrying on with this is the general store from the Wild West, I guess it would be. This particular building, has burnt down now, unfortunately, which is a huge shame. I've got plenty of photographs to sort of show off. I'm just trying to grab it quickly so you can see. There we go. So this is the back of the building, which is what I'm working on currently. So I'm going to be doing, hopefully today, I'm going to be doing this right-hand side with all the planks and this boarded up window, and then filling up some of the gaps that I've got on the top of the roof here. And if I get time, I'll start on the roof as well. That's the plan. But you can see I've done sort of the roof slats here and worked on this plank, and these planks here, what came out really, really well. I'm really pleased with how they've worked. Let's get the focus sorted out. There we go. There we go. So yeah, all this is plaster cards scraped along with a saw, a very fine saw, just to get the grain and striations. Is that what you call it? And then I would just cut them into lengths and stick them on in kind of Pickledy way. and gouged a few bits out. These struts here aren't anything to do with the structure of it. It does look like it, but they're not actually. If you look inside, they're just kind of just pushed in behind. They're not, construction struts, if you like, just to give that impression that there's something going on behind there. And then I also noticed that the back of the building has an open window or open hole in it on the main photograph that I just showed you, and I hadn't put anything inside at all, so I just covered it with a kind of a tarpaulin using a bit of foil. Just kind of rolled it up a bit and made it look like it'd been tacked on. So that'll be painted sort of a dark blue kind of color. And then I've done this part here, which was looks like it was a kitchen with kitchen units had been ripped off. So that'll be painted the same color as the blue that's been painted inside the house. And then that was the door that's been boarded up. And then I'll be working on this part, like I said, all the planks, and then there'll be just a boarded up kitchen window here. And I haven't done anything to the base at all. It's all still shredded paper. It's now definitely dry. Last week I still thought it was a bit damp, a bit moist, but now it's fine. So I'll do that. Not today. I'll probably work on the base part a little bit next week. Right. We've got a Mr. Modeler Officer in the wings, which I need to bring in. He has been sitting there stroking his beard the entire time. We'll just go to James, and then will you be ready? Then Steve, thumbs up if you be ready. After I talk to Steve, James. Excellent. There we go. Good morning, James.
Morning.
How are you? Well, I'm well. Gary is about to die. Steve's well.
I thought Gary was doing impressions of Darth Vader or something.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah. He's trying to breathe, aren't you, Gary?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sending you a virtual hug.
Thank you, James.
Always welcome.
I wouldn't.
Oh, well, I'll say welcome.
Anyway. Put a mask on first.
Yes, indeed. I haven't got anything on the bench per se, but I thought I'd come and join you. I will. I started my preparing for my water feature today, and what a game that was. So all I will say to you is, if you ever want to pour resin to make a water base, make sure you seal it properly and don't rush it.
Oh dear. Right. Will we get to see that on your show this morning?
Yes, I'll give you a flash of it in a second. Let me change the camera. I'll do it right now. Oh no, go to Steve first because I was late in. You come back to me and I'll show you.
All right. I think Steve's raring to go. So just quickly, so James has got his own channel called
Model Officer.
That's one. And what I've done is I've made it into a little bit link. So that takes you directly to the channel, see? Ooh. So you can just type that link in there and you can go and see his channel. Your show will be on at
11 o'clock today till 12:30.
Brilliant. Fantastic. So yeah, after we've watched this, type that in and go watch James fiddle with his water. Is that right?
Yeah, very much so. But it's not going to be like it was yesterday. All the fingers are out of the dike, so to speak.
Steve, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready, and I will echo what James was saying about water. I've been there, and yet it does soak away just like real water. Anyway, yeah, I have prepared I've got all the sticky tape off the back of the box, and there it is. I'm just going to barricade myself against all the lids. Oh, sorry, I've just locked the dog in. Right, so there is one set of things.
Is it all one bag?
No, there's more. There's more. The instructions by Leo Tolstoy. There's a lot of look at that lot. Can you see it on there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, that can't be a surprise, though, Steve.
This will keep me out of mischief for a day or two. You even get real conveyor belts, like.
Wow. Look at that.
I'm glad they didn't come as individual links.
No.
What else have we got? Let's take the.
Ooh.
We've got a lot of cardboard and a lot of plastic. Yeah.
The details look like on there. Is there much detail?
It looks pretty good. From what I can see of it, the detail fits. Okay. Trying to find some tracks. That's usually the ones that give it away. Oh, look, we've got plastic tracks. There we go.
Oh, hallelujah.
Oh, yes. There's a lot of tracks.
Yeah, so it's 4 separate tracks, isn't it?
At least. Probably more, actually. No. I mean, looking at the picture on the box, that central mounting console, whatever, hole seems to have at least 8 tracked bogies on it. I think there were more on one of the outriggers. So we're probably looking at about 10 tracks there.
Wow. More plastic.
More plastic.
It's not all going to go back in that box now. You know that, right?
Well, I think if I leave the bits of cardboard out, I'll be okay. Yeah.
And when do you start that then, sir?
I will probably have a go maybe later on this evening. I'm not going to attempt it live. Oh, look, you get paints in blue and a paintbrush as well. Whether those paints will be enough for this lot or not is probably one of the great unanswered questions of the universe. Oh, no, look, there's obviously rigging.
Yes. Cabling for the lifting of the crane parts, perhaps.
Well, looking at the picture, oh, yes, there it is. Can you see that? Let's get it in the shade.
Oh,
all this looks like individual strands.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, it's going to be a project.
It will. It will.
Looking at the chat, Steve, got a question for you.
Yeah.
Dave. That is one very large kit. Are you going to set it in a diorama when you've finished?
I have been thinking along those lines. But as you can imagine, the diorama itself is going to be quite big. So it probably won't be much more than a base with a bit of the side of the quarry at the end where the bucket is. So,
churning up some rocks and stuff.
I had all sorts of strange ideas about odd things to do with it, but I just might do this one straight out of the box. Picture here, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 8. Yeah, there must be about 10 or 12 sets of tracks on that section there. And it looks like 4 more on this piece here.
Wow. So, can't wait. Right, get it started then.
Don't hold your breath. This is going to take a long time.
Brilliant. Thanks for sharing the unboxing. I don't want to watch the inboxing because that's going to take you a while. Get it all back in there.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves for a while. And,
I'll go through some of the comments.
I'll go back and get on with my fire engine, I think.
Right. Yes. So who we got then? So Carl Tierney's in. Good morning, all. Hi, Carl. How you doing? Thomas Charles is in. He's alive and he's in his pants and he's waiting for his coffee. Just good. He's asked me to leave the cafe. I'm going to get your mask on. You'll be fine. Lewis says, model making trucker says, don't pick on Gary. He's really poorly. Yes, he is. He's in good spirits with it, though, which is good. Yeah, thumbs up. Here goes. Thomas Charles recognises James' assistance with Steve Wetjobs. And Thomas wants to know what that clear ball thing on the mount in front of James is.
The clear ball.
Probably
it's not a clear ball. It is my blue snowball microphone. It's silver, so it looks clear from the angle it is, I guess.
Yeah, it's a big round globe, isn't it? Sort of the size of a small football.
Almost, yeah. It's just a little bit bigger than a tennis ball, really.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Big tennis ball, small football. I don't know. Trying to think what item is generally that big. Size of a cantaloupe?
No. Sorry, no. It's literally just a bit bigger than a tennis ball.
Okay.
I'm sure there are balls of equal size, but I don't know what they're called.
Baseball?
Anyway. Yes.
Moving on. The ball show. Stefan says, once built a diorama of a ship. It was a sunken ship. It's now laying on the bottom of the lake nearby. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
I can sympathise with that.
Mm-hmm. Carl's scratch building on my menu Tiger Tank, still making filters. Oh, it's Meng. Meng Tiger Tank, still making filters. Oh, cool. What are you using to make the filters, Carl? And Thomas says, thank you for that information. You have nice, shiny balls, James. Yes. Shiny, and well-polished, I'm sure.
A well-polished ball, yes.
Yep. That, I just clocked Gary putting that tractor together. That looks quite detailed along that gearbox there. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, it is, Malcolm.
Yeah,
very well detailed.
How's it going together?
I have to say for an Airfix kit, it's going together very well.
Yeah.
That's the little 1/35 tractor, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that actually.
It is, but James, yeah.
I saw that when you posted it and thought to myself, ooh, that might have to be one I buy.
I have 3 of them.
Well, you've got to herd those cows.
I didn't want to be greedy. Yeah, I do. But Malcolm has a new one for me.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Go on.
You haven't put it up yet, Malcolm,
right.
the frilly stuff.
No, I haven't. No, I completely forgot about that. I didn't think you deserved it today.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no sympathy.
Yeah, I did. So normally you get the cow, don't you? Normally it's the cow, which we can return to occasionally. You know, currently you don't have many cows around you, so there's no much point putting the cow up because it makes no sense. But instead, we got some nickel elastic for you.
Nickel elastic.
Yeah. Gary, do you want to tell the story of why?
Yeah, I thought staff told me it was nickel elastic for the purchase for the rigging, and I ended up purchasing a black frilly nickel elastic.
Now, actually, I've not seen said nickel elastic, but don't fear, because if you should do a diorama of a building that you're scratch building, you may be able to use nickel elastic as a what do they call it, a freeze along the top of the building. So that might have been a cunning little plan, Gary, that you didn't realise you'd made.
Yeah.
Good save, James.
Well, yeah, no. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed what I can use.
Yeah, don't throw it away because there might be some use for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you wearing them. It'd be great.
I'm going to be a good boy because it's Sunday morning. I'm not going to say anything more.
Possibly for the best.
Yes.
However, if you could say more about your diorama you've got in front of us, that'd be great. What have you got
I have,
going
yeah,
on
no
there?
problem. So, here is the said diorama with the water effect.
Oh yeah.
So, as you can see, it's got. Oh no, you can't see it from there. You can see that way that there is quite a substantial amount of resin in there.
Mhm.
On this side, as you can see, it is. I'm not going to use the focus tool because it's too big to do that. We've got some color and depth in there. It's not got 100% the plan, but it's okay. I can get around that. But that's nice and clear. But at this end, we have a phenomenal amount of bubbles. And the reason for it was that I sprung 3 leaks along this side. And as the resin left, obviously the air took its place. So I had little bubbles popping up. And I was trying to save it and then gave up because I was just like, oh, it's just too much.
Right.
However, with that said, cunningly enough, as you can probably make out, it looks as if the engine is working on our landing craft. So with a little bit of extra stuff that I was going to do anyway, I can manipulate this into becoming part of the effect I was looking for, although I wasn't looking for that effect. So I can save it. It's no big deal.
Okay.
So
Well, it looks like the propellers are kicking on or something, you know?
Yeah, well, the idea of the diorama was that this landing craft had broken down and was being looked at. Someone was in the engine bay fixing said problem.
Mm-hmm.
However, all that really means is I've now got to put a figure with his thumb up saying it's working. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, it's not a massive problem, but this was all because of 2 reasons, really. Mainly the fact I should have done it in the week and I didn't for numerous reasons, which I won't go into. And I rushed it a little bit. So, yeah, an accidental good thing that might, an accident that might turn into a good thing. But unfortunately, these big bubbles that I got here, I'm not happy with. But there's nothing I can do with it now. So it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Could you hide any of it? Well, no, but you probably couldn't. I was just thinking to put some buoys in to hide where you've got bits you don't like. But then I guess you were going to see if they're underneath the water as well, weren't you?
Yeah. No, I'm not actually that too worried about it. The reason being is the next stage of this is because obviously it's all nice and clear here, which is lovely. However, that isn't what the dock would be. You know, the water wouldn't be that still. So what we're going to do today is we're going to use some of this, which is structural gel. So we're going to make some waves and bits and pieces within this. I mean, the other thing to this as well, where it's at the back, you'd probably be able to see that just, I think. Where one of the things I tried to do was to apply a hairdryer to it to try and make it react quicker. But all I actually managed to do was to make this hard round here quick, which then gave a height difference. But again, that works in my favor, so that's fine. But yeah, a lot of lessons learned. It's a product I've never used before, and I wanted to use it specifically because there is another build I want to do at some point, which involves resin. But that's for another day. So yeah.
Looks great. I mean, I've never, ever attempted resin water effects. I just be so scared that it will go all wrong and ruin everything. But yeah, no, it looks really good. I like yours. If you hadn't said it was a mistake, I would have thought, oh, you're clever. How did you get that effect?
Yeah, no, it was all done on purpose. I sat there with a straw, blowing very. No, it was like all things. At the end of the day, the joy of model making is you try new things. They go wrong, invariably go wrong, but sometimes they go wrong in the right way. So you just don't stress about it. Allow it to do what it's got to do. The other thing that I found was quite amusing. I was pouring the resin in, and I obviously made the landing craft very well because it was floating. So I had to weight it down to sit in its correct position, which again, unfortunately, slightly moved away from the dock at the top here, in this part here. But actually, I quite like the way it is. So that's all worked out well.
Oh, that's fine. Well, that's interesting. You'd have to bolt it down or stick it down first.
No, because of the landing craft itself, obviously I've built it as if it was not going to be in any water. So it's got all the propellers and all the bits and pieces underneath. And I had to dig out some of the base so it would sit in a relatively nice way.
Right.
And that was, I didn't want to glue it into place because I wasn't sure quite how the resin was going to go. And I thought if it all went terribly wrong, I could pull it out before it set and I'd be able to save it, hopefully. But yeah, it's worked out. It's worked, again, another accident's worked out well. So that's good.
Brilliant. No, it looks lovely. I think it's good. What are you going to have on the dock above?
Sitting on the top of the dock.
Top of the dock. Dock of the bay.
Dock of the bay. Well, we've got our vehicles that we've made, and we've got some figures that are almost complete. So there's going to be a multitude of vehicles and movement around the top of the dock. I've got some lovely resin barrels and bits and pieces. So I'm going to put some debris, some stowage and stuff around on the dock. Yeah, just going to go a little bit mad with it. So
awesome.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll do resin one day. We should do a group build, but it forces us to use it.
Well,
no.
All right.
Don't start thinking.
Basically,
I'll get in trouble when you start thinking.
I'll give you a hint. Basically, the reason I wanted to try the resin, I'll see if I can grab them very quickly. Totally prepared as usual. Oh, by the way, Malcolm, while I'm just funneling around, congratulations today.
On?
I think it was 7:30. The link went up for us to join.
No, I think the link went up about midnight last night, actually.
Oh, well, even better. Well done for you. I purposely came late because otherwise people would get confused.
Yeah, it was about midnight. I put it up because I didn't want a repeat of what happened last week and the week before that.
So there we go. So we have got a U-boat, and we've got a destroyer. And I'm going to use resin. I'm going to let you figure it out.
Okay, I'm with you. Wow, that's cool. Have you seen Greyhound?
No, not yet. Actually, I was going to twist your ear about that. But yeah,
go watch it.
Yeah, so that's a coming project with a cunning idea.
Awesome. Let's go through some comments because some of them are relating to your build. Lewis says, James being good, I don't believe it. Don't believe it. Mark Bridge is up this morning. Good morning, Mark. Thomas says, James Eugenius has been looking everywhere for gold scrolling for his Thunderchild ship. Nickerelastic, spray gold, you clever sod, have a biscuit.
Yep.
There you go. Clever. Well, ask Gary, he's got loads of it.
The only downside to it is if you go to Hobbycraft and you ask somebody, where's the knicker elastic?
Yep.
You'd be better off in a haberdashery shop.
Yep.
Yes.
Indeed.
Go to your nearest haberdasher.
Haberdasher.
You send in this cooperative female relative to do it for you.
I got no problem buying Nickerelastic from Hobbycraft. That'd be fine.
Either that or you ask for someone to donate some to you. But that's a whole different.
Please don't. No. Because that'll happen. Thomas says, tip, save resin ramp. Save resin, ramp the area of the water, spraying the ramping dark when it's filled, and it'll look deeper than it is. It's lighter and saves pennies. Oh, is that like deeper at the shallower at the back or the front?
Go on, Steve.
So yeah, I was going to say darker colours look deeper. So where the water's deeper, you spray it darker.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Thomas, the big bubbles, James, dab clear silicone sealant over the big bubbles or use a gloss hodgepodge dry airbrushed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be the same as the structural gel that I'm going to use.
Ah, right, yeah. Did the cutting mat survive, James? Lewis wants to know.
Lewis, you're giving the game away. Yeah, basically I used a spare cutting mat to put underneath just in case there may be a leak.
Is there a spoiler alert?
And no. This morning when I came down and decided that because it's not had 24 hours to set yet, so I'm being a bit naughty by doing what I'm doing. Anyway, I went to remove the cutting mat, which was underneath, and it was stuck fast. So yes, a cup of coffee and some patience, and it came off. I've got a bit of cleanup to do on it, and Thomas, if you know of any way of getting cured resin off a cutting mat, that would be interesting. I might use some IPA to see how that goes.
Thomas also says keep the resin above 18 degrees 12 hours prior to using it. Helps the exothermic reaction.
Cool. That involves thinking ahead, though, doesn't it?
Yes, and thermometers and things. Don't want to do that.
No, I'm taking all the fun and excitement out of it.
Right, I'll get some model making then done. And then in about 20 minutes, we'll go, or 20 minutes, we'll go through the stuff from the model's mess. If you're watching and you're part of the mess, then please, there's a post as an announcement that says comment here for the gallery. So we're just going to go through everyone's work. And there's 39 comments currently, so it might take a little while to get through them all. But there's some fantastic stuff in there. I had a little sneaky peeky this morning. Sneaky peeky. So you're getting on with your Hurricane then, Steve?
Yeah, I thought I'd put some rubber black on the tyres and ready to. Well, at least one of these wheels is going to be underwater in the ditch.
Yeah.
I'll do it properly before I ride it.
Is that Tamiya's?
Tamiya rubber black, yeah, brilliant stuff. Really looks good rubber.
Oh, I can give you.
You can just ride with a brush if you take a long time over anything.
Yeah. While I'm here, I'll give you a sneaky peeky. So, I've had some of these made, printed.
Cool.
Little heart part logo on the top, and they're just to save your extra thing getting knocked over. We haven't got many in stock, but they'll be up on the shop soon enough, so you can save your extra thing getting knocked over if you have any, which is quite cool. And it's tight enough that it will hold. You can just walk around with it if you wanted to. Place it there, put it there, wherever you want. And it's got your brand on there to show your support. There we go. I've got the prototype here, which is a different colour. It's in a grey. That's my one. This other red one is the proper one. I'm going to put in the shop. So yeah, when I get around to it, of course. James, can you see the screen? Okay.
Yes, I can.
Yep. Dave says user angle grinder.
Oh, wonderful! Yes, that works.
Thank you, Dave. And there's that comment.
Yes, I just read that a moment ago. That sounds like an interesting idea. I will give that a go. Thank you, Thomas.
Well, you're not going to read it out loud then.
Oh, I'll read it. Sorry, James. Proceed with this idea that you may ruin your surface by trying it, but then again, having resin drips all over, it isn't ideal either. Place a cloth over the resin drips. Apply boiling water. Allow the heat to permeate for 5 to 10 minutes. Then try to peel off the resin. If that doesn't work, use a putty knife to scrape underneath it and try and loosen the resin. So yeah, some good tips there. Thanks.
And another one.
Another tip is vinegar, real vinegar. Check the acidity acid on the bottle. Get a couple of layers of kitchen towel, lay over the spill, pour vinegar on it, walk away for an hour, then use a palette knife to peel it off. And the upside to that is, of course, if you get some chips, you can dip it into it as well.
Delish.
Very nice. And then there's a third tip. The third tip is flowers are cheap at the petrol station. Get Mrs. S to get you a new one. It'll take more than flowers.
He also says you can use acetone, but it's a fire tool or dangerous.
Yes, yeah. I think I probably will edge along option 1 and 2, and I might try some IPA on it as well. Oh, how annoying. I've managed to ruin my super glue bottle.
You don't have much luck with super glue.
You don't, or I don't.
No, you don't. You don't seem to have a good relationship with it.
No, we have a love-hate relationship. It loves itself, and I certainly hate it.
I might call it a close relationship. Mostly too close.
To be honest, it has been referred to like a marriage.
Yeah.
But I probably speak more to my wife than I do super glue. In fairness.
Probably.
Just.
Anything too politically incorrect.
I certainly use a different language.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So what did everyone have for breakfast this morning?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. I haven't had one yet.
Ah, bacon sarnies all round.
Wow. That's
All
nice.
round?
Yeah.
What shape are they supposed to be?
I'll just nip out to the front and see if it's by the front door then. 1 sec.
Yeah. You're going to use StreamYard in your teleforcing feature, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes. This new feature.
Yeah.
I don't know what Gary had. Gary's usually got an impressive breakfast story.
Gary only had toast this morning.
Oh, Gary.
Yeah,
Is that all you could stomach, or is that all you got?
yeah. That's all I could stomach this morning was a slice of those.
Wow, there's a marker of someone's wellness. Good Lord. How are you feeling, mate? How are you getting on?
Not too bad, just sweating buckets here at the moment.
Tractor keeps you going, eh?
Keep
You got
Yeah.
a photo etch there. Oh.
Yeah, there is comes with a bit of PE, that one. I was very impressed with it. You know.
Good.
Keep ploughing ahead, Gary. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Thomas said earlier on, he said Gary's ploughing on with that tractor. And Gary being ill is not music to my ears. Good. Carl's scratch building his Meng Tiger tank filters using copper wire for the tubing wrapped in tape. Ah, cool. Trying to be clever there and skipping ahead comments that were relevant to things we were talking about, and then remembering to go back. But then, of course, you've got to remember to go back. Not
So
easy.
Thomas is just saying there. Another tip is to lay cling film or polythene sheet down before doing resin jobs. He does his in the garden, too risky in the studio. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there'll be quite a few comments today about how not to do it. So, tune in and learn from my mistakes. The downside to trying the resin now is the fact that I've got a bit of a taste for it. And I can think of at least 2 projects, if not 3 projects, in which I really want to play with.
I don't think you're meant to eat it, mate.
Oh, you're not?
No, I think that's frowned upon, and it's probably part of their safety guidelines not to.
Oh, that'd be in the instructions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greatest of care is required. Resin.
Well, of course, we've got our sea warfare thing coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In a few weeks' time.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to tell everyone about that?
Oh, I can do, yes. Why not? Over on the Model Officers Mess.
Which is a YouTube channel? Or
which is a Facebook group, and the YouTube channel that goes with it is Model Officer. We'll be doing our group build that we're doing right now. The air warfare is coming to an end in the next couple of weeks. But after September's finished, we start our new group build for 3 months, which is sea warfare. So anything that's to do with sea warfare in any scale is eligible for entry. And that'll be over on my Facebook group, the Model Officers Mess. Yeah, so I've got a one. Oh, what is that? A one.
So it's not a year long then?
A 1/144th scale HMS Snowberry I'll be doing from Ravel.
Did you hear Gary then, James?
Oh no, sorry, I didn't. What did you say, Gary?
You haven't got a year then to make it?
No, not got a year to do it, unfortunately. Just 3 months.
I'll have to leave the turbot side of it then.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I left it open to anything, because obviously a lot of the big boats is to squeeze it into 3 months is quite a task. I mean, I'm wondering whether I'm going to manage to do mine, to be honest. It's got 501 parts, so, and it'll all be tiny.
I don't think I even have a boat in my collection or anything.
Now, you can think out of the box, remember? Anything to do with sea warfare.
I'm with you. Well, I don't think I have anything to do with the Navy at all.
Oh.
That's very unpatriotic of you.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. I said, you know what? I hate the Navy so much, I'm never going to buy a boat. So yeah, I'm going to be so unpatriotic with my stash. No, I just don't think I have anything that fits that.
I'm surprised. I thought you had a boat, to be honest.
Did I?
Yeah,
what do I have?
Something.
What do I have then?
I don't know. I've not looked at your stash for a long time.
No.
In my mind, I thought you had a tug or something that's that sort of size.
I had a what?
A tug. A little boat.
Right. Ah, yeah. No, I don't. I'd love to have a go at that RNLI Coast Guard ship that the Ravel do. I can't remember who did it, but someone did one on like a huge resin wave. You must have seen it before. and the wave was coming right over the top of the boat. Looked amazing. But no, I don't think I have anything.
That was
Boaty.
a highly skilled piece of water to cover up probably a badly built boat. It's a bit like using mud to cover up the mistakes on a tank, isn't it? You can put spray and waves. And...
Yeah.
Well, I think, to be honest, I think I need to set you a challenge, Malcolm.
Yeah, because that's what I need. That's what I need right now. Go on.
I think with your amazing scratch build abilities that you've shown over the last few months, in your recent diorama and what you're doing now, I think it's pretty easy. If you put your mind to it, you could think of something that you could make out of bits.
Yeah, possibly. Thank you for the compliments. I probably could, I think, but yeah, I'll have a think. I wouldn't mind having a go at one of those ships from Greyhound, the German submarines.
Yeah.
Those are pretty cool. You haven't seen that film yet, have you?
No, I haven't. I haven't got the facility to watch it.
Okay. Well, if you do, then as soon as you finish watching it, you think, I want to build one of them.
Yeah.
You know, the submarines are kind of the enemy submarines. The German submarines were sort of depicted as whales or something, trying to hunt them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and every time they appeared, they had like a certain type of music, certain type of sound effects. It was quite eerie and ominous, and they came across quite cool. All different sort of types of paintings on the side of them. You know, they were decorated. They were really good.
So Thomas has just popped in the chat there a safety advice when using resin. He says keep an eye on your mixing pot. Never ever put it in the bin until it's fully dry. 2 reasons: it shows where your resin on the model is. Also, the instructions never say this, but resin can combust if you get it mixed. If you get the mix wrong, a bin fire is not fun. I started a small catalyst fire in Pinewood. Not my best day. Yes. Yeah, be careful with resin. It is quite a product to make sure you keep all safety in mind at all times.
Absolutely. Oh, Rob Tonks is in. He says, where's it start? He says he's off out with granddaughter today. So a quick peek for the show. Hello, Rob. Yeah, he's back to work after 3.5 months tomorrow. So going to miss being with my dogs and at the bench. Yeah, that will be a culture shock, but it's great that you're going back to work. It's fantastic news. He's just started another Rubicon Sherman, but an easy 8 this time. A new kit if theirs and they get new kit if theirs and they get the better. New kit if
it's a new kit of theirs and it gets
of theirs. Right. Gotcha. You have to choose a vowel.
Yes.
I think going back to work justifies a purchase of Rubicon Sherman Firefly or a Sherman with the Wader kit. It's the new law. Yes, I think so. Or any any event at all in your life. It's a new morning. I've had toast. Time for a new kit.
A Sherman with a wading kit. That sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'd be a resin pour, wouldn't it?
Oh. Yes.
Thomas is thinking of going at the boat build. As if the building of Thunderchild hasn't put you off.
Yeah.
Yes, there are some boats that turn you on to tanks for years afterwards. Why don't you try a 3-masted square rigger? This arc or picture it, something, you know. Lots of ropes on it. Good fun.
No, I have to choose something that is not going to take much space up on the bench because I don't have a bench. I have a work desk with a computer on it.
Tiny little models with rigging are even more fun.
Now you see, it has to be a subject that I'm really interested in. Otherwise, I'll just get bored and hate it. I'll think of something I'd like to join.
I may even send you something.
Thank you. First off, if it's paper, I'll send it back.
Damn it.
Already got rid of one of the paper kits I had.
That's the kit, Malcolm, of those two things I showed you.
Oh yeah, Waterline series. They're the ones that have it's cut off at the bottom. They don't have a hull.
Yes.
So anything under the water doesn't exist. But how does a submarine exist in a Waterline series?
You just get a little piece of wire that looks like a periscope.
Yeah, that's all you get. Waterline series submarine. That's funny.
Yeah, I've got a couple of the. Oh, that is Tamiya. Yeah, I've got a couple of their Waterline U-boats somewhere.
Tell me there's more than just a periscope in there, James.
There is more than a periscope in there.
Okay.
Periscope and an anchor.
Yeah. Oh, right a bit. That's silly. Thomas says, Malcolm, Sea Warfare, the Kontiki being attacked by sharks. Scratch build that. Pirates of the Caribbean are filming in Scotland at the moment. Oh, that's that Pirates of the Caribbean 5? 4?
Where do they make Scotland look like the Caribbean? Oh no, movie land, isn't it?
Well, they're obviously moving around a bit. And the model ships for it are massive. Carl says, can we enter a cartoon version of something naval warfare, James?
Yes. Anything as long as it's naval warfare.
Oh, I've got one of those.
Yeah, it's literally open for anything. Like I say, think out of the box. You don't even need a kit really. You can get around it.
Bucket of water, perhaps.
Well, you know, it needs something a bit more.
Model making trucker Lewis says you could do a Stuka dive bomber or another plane.
Yep, that's thinking out of the box. You could do.
Good.
If it was flying over water, that will do.
I don't have one. That's the only downside. Well, the only and biggest downside.
If you've got a model aeroplane that went badly wrong, you could just have the good bits of it sticking out of the water.
Yes, that's true. Yes, I could.
Yeah,
it missed the warfare. It was part of the warfare.
You could even do a, for example, a Zero crashed into the sea because that wouldn't come off a carrier.
Yep.
as long as it was a carrier version. But yeah.
Yeah. Steph says an ME-110 attacking a ship. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. You could do like a backdrop with the ship in the background. It's firing at it.
Yeah.
Thomas says Steve has a point. It's the prequel showing Jack Sparrow's youth. Oh, okay. This is a prequel to Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Shetland Islands.
How he lost his Scottish accent.
Yes. Yeah. Young Jack Sparrow. A bit like Swallows and Amazons. Anyone's ever read that book? Oh, I've got so many projects lined up. The trouble is, you start thinking others.
Yeah.
I've got nothing that would relate. I'll have a look in my stash, but I don't think I've got anything that would relate to navals. Got belly button. Does that count?
It'll do.
Up the navel.
Not the right naval.
As long as somebody's shooting at it, you'll be fine.
How you doing up there, Gary? Still with us?
I'm still here, Malcolm. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Good.
I'll be back in 10 minutes,
sure.
Malcolm. Over yet.
I'm just reading stage 1 on the excavator instructions here.
Mm-hmm.
Just identifying the components is going to be quite a major task, I think.
Does it not have the sprue letters and part numbers and things?
They appear to be, everything's got a number, but the sprues don't seem to have letters. The question is, are the numbers on the sprues as well? Or are they just to try and identify it from instructions? It's all a bit strange. It shows a handrail that looks suspiciously like PE, but I can't see any PE in the box.
Wow. He's hiding.
Yeah, and I can't even find out which screw it's supposed to be on.
Lewis says plaque of wood and say it's the deck of a carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas says no one has ever done a diorama with the Japanese underwater aircraft carrier. I laughed at that, but they were building them. Japanese underwater aircraft carriers.
Didn't the French have one as well? A submarine that could launch an aeroplane? It only carried one aeroplane, and apparently it didn't work very well because the hangar doors leaked. But... one of the crazy things they tried in the 1920s and 30s.
Really? Well, try these things. Two flies fighting in the belly button. That's naval warfare.
Ah, there you go.
Lovely.
Now that I want to see you build, Thomas.
That's a resin cast of your own belly button. Right, shall we go through the pictures?
Yes.
Yeah, do the gallery. Do the gallery. So, just out of interest, the other night I was looking up about how much it would cost Models for Heroes to license the song that is used in the gallery on Tony Hart's whatever that show was called. The gallery, you know, the gallery one. The one that goes do 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 do, that one. For us to show it, it would be about £500.
Wow.
Per show.
Wow.
So we won't be doing that. We'll have James just singing the song in the background.
Oh, okay. La 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 la. I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. How did I get to it? There we Okay. Whoops. So first off, we got Nick Lindsay. His Battle of Britain Hasegawa 132nd ME 109 G10. The cockpit hub is the Airres resin kit with a dash of Edard etch. The engine is also Airres resin and just needs the wiring added. It's coming along slowly. Ooh, oh, that's lovely.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like engines with extra bit of wiring on them.
Oh yeah.
You know. Another shot. Cool. Hey, look at those seat belts. Like a bit of seat belts.
Nice bit of detail in there.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, you see the scale when you look at the cutting map.
It's very, very worrying. That big box just in front of the stick is actually the back end of the 20mm gun, isn't it?
Wow.
Must have been quite an awkward aeroplane to fly.
Oh yeah, or to come up against. That's pretty good. Like that.
Cracking work, Nick.
Yeah, well done, mate. Dave Keys, Edard 132nd BF 108. Not a great kit, but getting there with it. Loads of fit issues and plastic so hard, extra thin, doesn't make a dent. Wow. Reverted to Ravel's contactor, and that's not working so well either. Oh dear. That's coming on. Got a nice mottling going on.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, even though he's had difficulties, he's got through it and got that far.
Mm.
Yeah, like it. Like it. GD Walsh's work in progress, Roman Legionnaire. Oh, that's lovely.
It's lovely.
Yeah. That's really cool. I love the contrast between the red and the brown there. That's really good. Nice autumn colours. A couple of tufts.
Awesome.
Oh, these paints in the background. Do you know these ones?
You got Citadel on your right, and the other ones, I'm not sure what they are actually.
No. Not seen those before.
I've got some of them. What are they? Hang on. I think they look like the older Citadel pots.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, it's got a nice wash.
We're using that shape pot as well nowadays.
Right.
Some of their acrylics.
I see a couple of leaves on the bottom there. Look like they've been cut out with a leaf cutter. Well done. Looks really good. Robert Thompson. Oh. Is that a rebuild or a damaged build? Little wing parts on the side there.
Looks like it's in storage, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's really cool, putting on the picture frame. Steph yesterday was going on for Models. He's talking about doing using picture frames and what angles to put them on and how to set them all up. I didn't see it all, but it was looking good. Oh, he says he built this back after it was smashed up in frustration. The model is an Airfix 148 Sea Fury, and the base is a picture frame with a fine grit sandpaper weathered with artist chalk. Oh, I see. That's good.
Yeah,
utilizing a broken kit and bringing it back to life.
Making a positive from a negative.
We've all been there.
Oh yeah.
Unscheduled test flights. Yeah, look at that. That's a good idea. Put it all back together.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, well done. Nikki Smith. That's a Warrior. That's the Tamiya Warrior. Getting there. Oh, I see. Yeah. So Nikki was working on the tracks. She's obviously managed to sort the edges of the tracks out because that was something that was the next step for her. That's me. That's my 132nd Revel Spitfire that I'm working on.
coming along.
Yeah, it's come along. So the wings are on. Most of the sub-assemblies are done. I've done all the other bits and pieces. Most of them see the wheels there and the flaps and stuff. And this is my District 9 diorama. That's all finished.
Yeah, very good days. Very, very good.
Thank you. It's funny because in the last few stages, I've been photographing it lots and putting it on lots of different forums. And now I'm like, well, now I'm going to put it on the one that I'm on. I'm done now. This is the last time I'm going to see it. Yeah, that was a long project. Julian, sorry.
Well worth the effort.
Thank you. Julian's Airfix 124th Hurricane for Battle of Britain build. Pilot's cage is a pain, and part of the taileron is missing.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
What's a taileron?
The rudder.
Oh, okay.
I can't see which bit's missing. Oh, does he mean the elevator on that side there?
Yeah, it looks like he's missing one side, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's the elevated part.
Battle damage.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, or on a base with, for spares sort of thing.
Having it repaired.
Yeah.
Julian, if you're watching, just pop it up on the a post up on the mess saying I'm missing this bit. Has anyone got a spare one? Because I know that Mark Bridge was building, I think it's the same one, or was it the Typhoon? And he might have this. That part's the sprue because he had a mismold on part of his and was getting a replacement. So, Julian, pop a post up, see if anyone's got a piece. MPC. Oh, this is Mark Nutting's MPC 22-inch Eagle transporter.
Lovely.
Looks good.
Yeah, nice, neat job on that. Yeah, it's a popular thing, isn't it? Space, 1999.
Yeah, I do like that particular kit.
Clive's. Doesn't say what it is. Clive's aeroplane.
Is it part of the Icon family?
I don't know. It's good though. I've done lots of great work with the airbrush on the top here.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah, this is finished his Battle of Britain build. Then this is what he put up for his Battle of Britain.
Yeah.
I think it's a Heinkel, but I'm
here we go. CR-42.
Yeah, I'm sure it's Italian. They didn't use many German aircraft, the Italians.
They had their own, did they?
They did bring a few over to help the Germans in the Battle of Britain, I think, at one point, but went away again when they discovered that they weren't up to the job.
Right. It's like a Tiger tank camouflage.
Yeah, very different.
It's like it. Chris Glover. A Saturday boredom build of Rubicon models is Jag Panther G2. Awesome. I love the way that they do their tracks, Rubicons.
That's 172nd, isn't it?
Rubicon's 156.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of in that. It's in a nice scale that it kind of just fits in your hand, and it's really great for painting, brush painting. And it's a big enough scale that you can get details on there as well. But it's not so big that you can't, you can still store it.
Yeah.
28mm for war games, that sort of scale. Great. That looked really good. It's got some paint and a bit of weathering on. What's funny is it's probably about 10 parts. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I was looking at the pile of sprues behind it thinking, wow.
I think that's a different kit.
Well, it might be, but often they'll give you different parts for different versions. So he's obviously got another set of tracks there at the top, and there might be a different set of tracks for him. Mark Thompson's Lancer. It says here, doesn't it? Academy's B1B Lancer, 1/44th scale.
Big plane.
Yeah, even in 1/44th. He looks like he's got all the parts ready to go, to stuck on. That's underneath. Oh, lovely. I mean, 1/44th is pretty much lots of detail on there.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. It's a nice looking aircraft, that. Well, we were taking a sneaky peeky at this morning, weren't we? This is Stefan's Mini Art 135 Harley Davidson, small diorama, and it's called Under Fire. So you can see he's kind of ducked down behind the bike there. He's made it in a mess tin. Is that a mess tin?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Mess cup.
Mess cup. There we go. Thank you, Gary. And the next picture. Check that out.
Wow.
That's clever.
Very clever.
I think it sets it all off, something like that.
Yeah. Bit of intrigue, bit of interest.
Yeah.
You never get a brew in there anymore, but so I guess he's going to have the bike just in the centre there.
I've heard of thinking out of the box, but never thinking out of the cup.
That's thinking in the cup. That's in the cup.
That's very clever.
Yeah. If it was a mess tin, it'd be like the modeller's mess.
Very good there.
Someone called Steve.
Oh dear, who's he?
Don't know. One for the river counter. Steve powered Triumph Herald. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this one, Steve?
One day I had a mental aberration and said, I want to do something steampunk. What have I got in my stash? And I found this Airfix Triumph Herald, which I think came from the works for £3 or something. And I went through the bits box and found a load of other odds and bits and turned it into a steamer. So for your edification, the boiler is actually a wine bottle cork. Bit of dowel for the chimney. The thing on the top is a leftover part from a Handley Page 0400. The sort of cylinders along the sides are actually bombs from the same Handley Page 0400. The coal bunker on top of the boot is made from the leftover side sponsons of First World War tanks, 1/72 scale. So it's sort of, thrown together. The wheels came off a toy tractor that I found at a car boot sale. Cool. It was a lot of fun. I really, I perhaps should have muddied it up a little bit more on the wheels, but I really had a lot of fun building that.
It looks really good.
It's actually got real coal in it as well.
It's really fun. What scale is it, mate?
The car is about, I think it's 132.
Oh, wow. Okay. I like the way that you've mounted it on that wood there. That's really nice.
Just a little bit of an offcut of a log. Yeah, I was sawing up some logs for the wood burner and finished up with a thin offcut. So I just put some grass matting, a little bit of static grass in there to rough it up a little bit.
That's great. Love it. Love it. You got lots of likes on there. Look, 5 likes. Gosh, well done. Rob Tonks, Rubicon Crusader tank, 156 scale. This is the one that he had put on an angle on his base. You see that kind of shows off makes it a bit more interesting, just have it sort of flat sat there kind of thing.
Yeah,
I put it up on an angle. I really like that.
It really sets it off, doesn't it?
And he's even lifted the barrel up as if so the barrel is probably parallel to the ground.
Yeah.
I like it. Really nice. Looking at all other Rob stuff. Rob does a really nice job with all the weathering, and it doesn't look weathered, but it looks used.
Yeah.
It looks real without being overdone.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. They're really subtle. They're really good. He's got a great eye, and he's only just started doing bases as well. I think he's kind of nailed that.
Yeah, it's down the bases, definitely.
It's just nice to look at. Food for the eyes.
Yeah, it's amazing how much difference a base makes, even when it's just a single model.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Well, it puts it in its place.
Yeah,
Doesn't it? It tells a story. More Rob Tonks. I think this is the Tamiya car, isn't it? The RAF car.
Yeah, this is the Tamiya Tilly 1/48 scale,
That's
I think.
the one, yeah. Lovely paint job on that. Yeah, there we go. Brilliant. Nicely settled down decals. Got the tyre colours right as well, not black. And then the back. Brilliant. Edward Millership's Hawker Hurricane Mark 1 1/48 scale. It's made by Airfix. This is for the #BOB. The Battle of Britain group build. Paint is finished, bar the smaller parts and the gear. Clear coat and decals next. Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Oh, that's lovely. That colour, it looks really lovely. It looks like gold, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really nice.
Done a good job, that.
Yeah. Yeah, love that. There's 1/48 scale as well. Well, I guess that's our kitchen towels. That's kitchen towel for scale.
Yeah.
Cran Morgan, still a work in progress. Can you guess the song title and band? Ooh. Intriguing. What? That's a model.
Wow. I can't believe that's work in progress.
Gosh, that's just really nice photography, isn't it? Using the real sky and the real lights.
Yeah.
Lights? The lights being the sun.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I've no idea what the song title is.
No, or the band. I don't even know what type of tank that is. It's not Tiger, is it?
No.
Looks like a Tiger hull with a modern turret on it, but no, I don't think it is it?
Don't know. Looking at the chat. Come on, chat. There's 12 people watching. Let's fix this. Still work in progress. Can you guess the song title?
Yes, I got it. Thomas Charles just said Tiger Feet.
Oh, yeah. And who's that by?
Cran Morgan.
No, the band. Who's the?
Yeah.
I know it's Cran Morgan. The band's not called Cran Morgan.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. T-72 turret, Carl says.
Yeah.
Thomas says Tiger Feet, but Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something to do with Tiger. Yeah, Tiger Feet makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Who's that by, Tiger Feet? And can you sing it for us, James?
Can I sing it for you? No.
Oh, Scaly Model says the band was Mud. Scruffy says Mud as well. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that. That's very clever.
Love it. What fun. I like that. Could do a thing like that all the time, couldn't we? You know?
Do you know what? Actually, that is a really clever theme for a group build, isn't it?
I'm afraid I thought of that first. I just thought of that as you were saying that.
Yeah.
So, I like that. It's a really good idea. The funnel for my this is Lewis's. The funnel for my 350 scale Tirpitz build. Oh, yeah, Gary, eyes up. With about 50 bits of photo etch on. Wow.
Some people are just gluttons for punishment.
Wow.
And he,
Yeah.
Lovely job there.
Let's get him to commission
Nice
to build it
work.
because he knows what he's doing, Gary. It's all ladders, look.
Yeah.
a lot of photo etch on that.
That's just insane. Are you ready for this, Gary? Are you prepared?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you should keep an eye on it and see which things he struggles with. And you'll be ready to roll then.
Railings. I know he's having troubles with railings.
Railings. Oh, my life. Okay. Okay. Better you than me, tell you. But wow, that's incredible. Stefan again. This one's from Miranda. It's a smoking caterpillar from Creepy Tables. Oh, cool. He's the little guy from Alice in Wonderland character, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all airbrushing. I'm assuming that's airbrushing colour there.
Really nice.
Yeah. A cheeky grin. Lovely. Oh, James Skiffins working on the dock this weekend. Yeah, I like the way he's done his bubbles. It's really realistic. Looks like the engine's just
Really
started
clever.
up.
Yeah.
It just looks like it's just been fixed and there's oil still, and it's just kicked off. You know, well, maybe some black smoke coming out of the chimney to show it's just started.
Could do.
Yeah.
Figure peering over the stern, looking at what's coming out of the water.
Like a tentacle or something. Looks good, mate.
Yeah, it's coming along.
It's really good. Carl Turney. So I've been modifying Meng Toons Tiger 1 into a North African campaign version. I had to scratch build the filters and tubing for the engines. I've also added an antenna on the turret, and next up is to build the early edition front track guard using thin metal sheet. Ooh. Oh, nice. Yeah. See, Carl Turney is Mr. Toontank. And you can see why. He spends a lot of time on his Toontanks. It's really good. Nice bit extra details and things on there.
It's not many people would even think of adding all that to one of those, is there?
No, that's true. I like it. Cool. Nice. I can't wait to see the extra, all the paint job and everything you do on that, Carl.
Just in the chat there, Miranda was just saying she didn't airbrush the caterpillar; it was all hand painted.
Ah, gotcha. There you go.
Really good.
Also, Model Making Truckers says, don't talk to me about railings. Scruffy says, good morning, everybody.
Morning, Scruffy.
Scruffy.
Indeed.
Great. I love that, Carl. Good job. Thomas Charles, base painted, decals, and fiddly bits to go on last. Ah, lovely.
Very nice.
Yeah, I like the paint coming off on the frame, the base frame there.
Yeah.
Dry brushing of the silver, I guess. It's really good. Looks heavy. You know, I always remark something looks weighty when you know it's just made a little bit of plastic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And this is the Accurate Armor 135th scale, 3.7 AA gun. Terrible instructions. Nice kit. Yeah, well done. Looks good. And there's another view the other way. Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, I like
They
that.
always look incredibly complicated, these kits. But James, you just finished one, didn't you? And you've said it's reasonably easy.
Yeah, the Bofors that I did, it was a very simple build, and not that many parts to it really, that I can remember.
Yeah.
I'm looking over the box seeing if I can see the part number, but I can't. But yeah, no, it was a lovely little build. Really enjoyed doing that actually.
Yeah. That's the end, I think. I will just refresh that page just in case.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah, I will refresh it.
While you're refreshing, I'm going to sneak off. The makeup
Okay.
lady call in.
Okay. Let me just put my head in there. Just ignore you a sec while I work out how I'm supposed to do this.
Right.
Not sure how to refresh it, actually.
Just go up to the top of the page and
No, it's not on a browser. So that's the thing. If I press F5, it's going to do something else to my. Yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, I can't press F5 because it's a hotkey for something else. Oh well, I'll check off that software, and I'll use a normal software to check, see if anyone else has posted anything on there.
Thomas is just saying that Facebook's been glitchy this morning, by the way.
Facebook's a nightmare at the moment. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
well, I've refreshed it. I can't see any extra ones. So thank you very much, everyone, for posting. Cheers, James.
My
Coming
pleasure.
by.
Facebook's got a glitch or a bug at the moment, which they're trying to fix. So that's why we're having problems with the broadcast.
Yeah, that's right.
The actual broadcast itself does go out, although it does say that the link doesn't work. But once we go live, it does go live as per normal. So
Yeah, we noticed that the other day when we did that treasurer thing.
Yeah,
it didn't work. Cheers, James.
see you
What time
later.
are you on? 11 o'clock.
On at 11 o'clock. So yeah, not long.
Right, so, and that's the link that you want to do. You want to go watch.
Thank you very much, Malcolm.
All right. Cool, man.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
Right, let's catch up with the chat, and then we will head off ourselves. Been on for an hour and 37 minutes. Wow. And I need a cup of coffee.
Why are you enjoying this one?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And Gary's lasted the full thing. He said, I was going to be on for an hour, he said. He's got through it.
Yeah.
So, have you taken any pills this morning for your cold?
No, I just a bit of a cough, sort of.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, we'll finish it off soon, buddy. So you've made it through. Well done.
Yeah.
Where I got to in the chat now. Scaly Models. Dave says hello, Mike. Yes. Lewis says don't talk to me about the railings. They don't look fun. What do you feel about them, Gary? Because you've got it to come, haven't you?
I don't mind working with Photo Edge.
Okay. I find it just too frustrating, too tiny, too small for me.
Yes, my limited exposure to PE so far has been not keen on doing any more.
Yeah. I admire people who can do it. I really do. I just find it too difficult. And a few people saying hi to each other, which is great. Brandon says she didn't brush the caterpillar. That's awesome then. Scruffy says, Malcolm, from a recent conversation you mentioned Hobby Boss Easy Assembly Kits. Can you give me some information on what type and scale, etc.? Yeah, the one I don't have any here. The 1/72 Easy Assembly Hobby Boss kits are the ones that Models for Heroes really like to give to new modelers because they have a low amount of parts. They have a nice tray. All the parts come in and little sprues, and some of them are not on sprues; it's just already cut out. And you just take the parts out, and then you have somewhere to put like decal solution or something. And also the boxes are big enough that once you've finished the build, take the tray out, and then put the aircraft in it and put the top on, and it fits in there, which is good. And they do all sorts of things with Spitfires, Warhawks, Stukas. It's all aircraft, Hurricanes. Easy Assembly Hobby Boss, $1.72. If you hop on Amazon, you'll see it very quickly. Reasonable amount of detail to give you a bit of interest, and reasonably easy to make, which is great. This is what you want. Yeah, let's have a look. Thomas says Facebook has been glitchy this morning. Oh, it's been glitchy since Thursday, I think. When we put things up on StreamYard, either they don't appear, or when they do appear, you can't click on it. So hopefully they'll get that fixed soon. Whatever they've changed, they need to change it back. Thomas is missing James already. Well, don't worry, he's currently gone back into makeup and getting changed, ready for his show on the Model Officer YouTube channel. It's called Sunday Parade, his show. Just say that. Carl's not even had his breakfast yet. Oh, Did you wake up and immediately join us, Carl? That's good. Carl says people in Northern Ireland are very good at fiddly wiring and things. Yes. Morning all, says Robert. We'll be watching this one back as Annie just got up. Yep. Yeah. Once we've finished, it's about 15 minutes sometimes.
There are still some sensible people out there.
Okay.
I said there are still some sensible people out there, not getting up at the crack of dawn.
The crack of dawn being 9 a.m.
Yeah. Well, yeah. On a Sunday it is, isn't it?
I suppose so, yeah. It is early on a Sunday. So yeah, after about 15 minutes, once we finish the stream, Facebook or StreamYard kind of puts it all back together again and then renders it back for Facebook, and you can watch it with the comments coming up at real time, I think, as well. Thomas is just waiting for things to go off. Resin, I assume. Puts that models in. Good morning, all. Good morning, buddy. And he finally has a Sunday off to watch. Oh, that's great. Well, it's lovely to have you. Thank you very much for joining us. Like I say, you can watch it all back if you've missed any of the show. Model Making Trucker saying hi. And Thomas says, I love getting up at the crack of dawn. Dawn, on the other hand, is not as delighted. There we go. Should have read that one before I read it out. My apologies. Other jokes are available. Right. So, yeah, I think I will leave it there, guys. If that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that right, Gary? You still breathing?
Yeah. I'm still breathing. I have to get ready for 2 o'clock.
Yes. How long's the show on for?
From 2 to 5, 3 hours.
2 to 5, right. So that's the Fermanagh Modelers EC channel. If you type in that into your browser at the bottom of the screen here, that'll take you directly to the Fermanagh Modelers YouTube channel. You can watch it right there, and that's at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And that'll be with Gary and Steph and Mark and Phil. Yeah, and Rob.
No Rob today. Rob's away dining today.
Good. Okay. The usual suspects will be there.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. Yeah, and just a quick thing to say, the charity auction is on the 30th of October at 7 p.m. on the International Scale Modelers channel. That'll be to raise money for Models for Heroes. You'll get a bargain. I tell you, on there. You will get some really good kits coming in to auction, and quite often you can get quite a good price for something maybe you didn't know you wanted, or maybe you wanted to looking for something in particular. So there's lots of things there to have a look at, and we'll be releasing when the lots are up, when we get them all in. So probably very much closer to the time. That'll be viewable on the International Scale Modelers YouTube channel, and we'll put a link up much closer to the time. Okay, so please tune in and please join us for that night. That will be grand. Right, it's time to say goodbye. Cheers, Gary. Thanks very much for rolling out of bed, fighting the lurgy, and showing the man flu is not something that is to be worried about.
No.
How you got on? You got quite far with that tractor.
Yeah, I got a bit of PE work done to it.
Oh, lovely. Good job.
Yeah. Nice working with PE.
Yeah, awesome. All right,
Yeah.
I'll tune in and watch you at 2 o'clock.
No problem, Malcolm. Thank you.
Cheers, Steve. Thanks very much for joining us. Thanks for showing us your the inside workings of your excavator.
Yes, you never know. Next time I'm on, you might even see part of it assembled. You might not.
Yeah, I only got a few planks of wood glued on here.
Yeah.
All I'm going to do is just trim these edges off here. But I need to make a few more, so I'll just quickly scrape this with a saw. You can see the
Oh yeah,
little bit of texture on there, and then I'm going to cut into strips. But a bit distracted today. Never mind.
Yeah.
We had fun anyway. Right, guys, I will hit the button for the outro, which is somewhere. So professional. There it is. Right, guys, take care. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, hang on, before we go.
Oh.
We're back on Mondays and Wednesdays at midday. That'll be through the Modelers Mess on Facebook and unlisted, I'm afraid, on YouTube. And then we'll also be back on Friday at 8 o'clock. And of course, next week we'll be open to the public as normal, just like this one on Sundays at 9. Okay. Right. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.